Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. This is the Out of the Blue Tarot, and today we are going to talk about your November predictions. So if you are new to the channel, this is how it works. You have 3 decks to choose from with a corresponding crystal. Use your intuition and let yourself guide into the choices you make. So let me introduce the 3 decks to you. In group number 1, we have the Art Nouveau Tarot, and your crystal is the Citrine Quartz. And this is what the back of your deck looks like. Group 2, you have Tarot of the Illuminati, and this is what the back of your deck looks like. And your crystal is the clear quartz. Group number 3, you have the Renaissance Tarot, and this is what the back of your deck looks like. And your crystal is beautiful agate. So, as said before, follow intuition, look at the back of your decks, feel inspired to choose from. You will find a timestamp linked below to connect you to your reading. I'll see you soon. If you prefer to choose your pile according to your zodiac signs, then in this case for pile number 1, we have Aquarius. We also have Scorpio, Taurus, and Pisces. For pile number 2, we have Virgo, Leo, Cancer, and Sagittarius. And finally, for pile number 3, we have Aries, Capricorn, Gemini, and Libra. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck, as well as the beautiful Citrine Quartz cluster. If you picked your pile by your zodiac signs, then in this case these are Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, and Taurus. Going to move these away so we can find some space for your reading. These are the decks that we will be using today. If you are curious as to what decks and oracles I use, I always list them in the description box. So let's start for my dear group number 1, November predictions. Oops, thank you. more thumbs up today. Don't know why. This group on this energy of being all thumbs up and trying to juggle lots of things at the same time is coming through whilst I'm shuffling. So maybe you are feeling a bit flustered. You have lots of things in your hands. That's too much. Let's go again. Yeah, definitely an energy coming through for my dear group number 1 this upcoming November. Okay, thank you. Still got 2, and let's pull out some tea leaves. This one's moving, and this one as well. Kind of, okay, one more. Let's put that to the side. And let's see what you have installed for you, my dear group number 1. So for starters, you have owl. With the keyword sight. Detach your emotions from situations that you cannot control. You also have confidence. Okay, lots of earthy tones here. You also have the bridge. You have tower with the keywords isolation, authority, official buildings, loneliness, ego, government. Okay, that's interesting when you pair it up with the bridge, which looks like someone is like lending you a helping hand from this isolation, this loneliness, this ego. Again, as you recall, I told you that there was an energy coming through about being flustered and being all hands on deck, but at the same time, all thumbs at the same time because things would fall. And it looks like with this owl card and this confidence card that you are maybe waiting for some help in order to gain that confidence, to come out of this tower, to gain sight, and to detach emotionally from situations that you cannot control. Let's see what else you have. You have forgiveness. With the following statement, a crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. So beautiful. You also have joy. With the following statement, make time for little things today. Yeah, again, this notion that you might be overwhelmed and that you need some help to gain this or regain this confidence, this bridge, this helping hand, which is very beautiful because it resembles a rainbow, and rainbows are always a sign of alliance, obviously, and first and foremost from mankind to the divine, but it can also be a friend in hand. Okay, you have eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Great way to pair up the confidence card. You have fair woman. Dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay, so this friend indeed that I was talking about previously might be an issue here. Well, family wishes come true. Okay, you have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Wow, it's all about wishes coming true. And you have love. How beautiful. So, my dear group number 1. Adding the tea leaves is just a means to validate what I said previously. There is a wish coming true, and there is a helping hand. And with the eagle and the owl, 2 birds, one night bird and a day bird, a solar bird, you are definitely gaining a new sight over your issues, over your problems. And the eagle is a remover of obstacles, whereas the owl is the sight gained by detaching emotionally from problems. And I think that these problems have led you to some sort of isolation, and maybe you were dealing with a figure of authority in your life, such as a boss or a manager, or maybe even someone that you held dear to your heart, that was preventing you from getting this confidence. But with forgiveness and joy, it indicates me that this help that is being granted to you will allow you to move on, to move further from these obstacles, and to savor joy in the little things you do each day. Right. Let's move on to your tarot now. Let me just quickly, I've pre-shuffled it, but I always like to give it another twist. So for my group number 1, my dear group number 1, see, all thumbs. Anyway, my group number 1 for November, please. Okay. Okay, that's enough. So let's start. So right off the bat, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We also have the 7 of Pentacles. Right. Oh, I'm sorry, this was the last one. We also have the King of Swords. Oops. Talk about a figure of authority here. We have the Magician. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. So let's have a first look at the storyline here. Well, the Chariot is obviously a twist of events. Something is bound to change in your life and the wheels are starting to turn. beneficially for you, obviously, considering the oracle cards that you got from the eagle and the owl and the bridge and the wishes come true. The chariot is also about overcoming obstacles and determination and triumph. So when I say that this is working for you, I do see that in this chariot card. And it is followed by the Seven of Pentacles, which is long-term planning, and it's all about being patient and perseverant. Look at how the man is waiting for the fruits of his labor to mature, to ripe, to be collected. It's followed by the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is about authority and head over heart and being decisive. So you are definitely cutting off some parts of your life which no longer suit you. You are changing the wheel. You are being patient towards yourself and others, maybe forgiving and healing from this previous situation. But you are decisive when it comes to cutting things off. And it's followed by the magician, which is obviously a card of manifestation. And it's also a card of skill and creativity. Nonetheless, it is followed by the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is about spiritual solace and financial assistance and mutual support. So it brings me back to the dealings with the older woman, well, not the older woman, the woman with fair hair, grey hair, blonde hair, and the forgiveness and joy and bridge cards, because whereas you might have been in a more challenging position before, you have detached emotionally from that situation, and you are now in a status where you may lend a helping hand. So again, being the bridge for someone else. Okay, very beautiful energy, my group number one. Let's clarify. Oops, sorry, I hadn't finished. Let's clarify the chariot card, please. I mean, there is an eagerness here, which is obviously not corroborating the patience card. So you have two. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Talk about abundance getting into your life. And you also have the Hierophant. So you're taking authority and knowledge in order to manifest more abundance in your life, more love, more joy, more forgiveness. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please, for my group number one. Okay. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles. It's interesting because now that I've explained how the chariot might be clarified, that the energy is suited. When I was just talking to you about how eager the cards were to come out, and that wasn't corroborating the Seven of Pentacles, the energy lowered its rhythm as soon as I clarified the chariot, as if to tell us that it's okay. Now that we have got this abundance energy through, everything will be fine and everything will be calmer. Okay. Oops. You have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Again, 2 cards. So you have the Lovers, and you have the Page of Swords. So 2 pages here, the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. I'm sorry, did I say knight before? I'm sorry. It's not a knight, it's a page. So beginnings all over, and beginnings in love as well. Interesting. So let's clarify the Magician. What is my dear group number 1 trying to manifest with this Magician card? Thank you. You have the 9 of Pentacles. Right. And let's clarify the 5 of Swords. Okay, just one. Let's put your tarot deck to the side. And let's find out our last card, which is the 4 of Cups. Okay, my dear group number 1. So, considering the Chariot and the Empress and the Hierophant, what else can I tell you? It's about looking at authority, which comes up in the Tower, in the King of Swords, in the Hierophant, and bringing that authority into a more traditional role and to a wiser role as well, because a Hierophant is knowledgeable, right? And it's all about instructing others as well. So again, this shift between being the one in need and being the one in assisting those in need. Clarifying the 7 of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands. And Page of Wands is about confidence. And it's about being adventurous and putting yourself out there in a valorous way, in an adventurous way. Okay, so losing some fears. You have the King of Swords clarified by the Lovers card. Just had to cover this up a little bit because it's a bit too flashy and YouTube will censor me. So I don't want that. Okay, you have that clarified by the Lovers and the Page of Swords. The Lovers card is all about harmony and friendship. Again, this helping hand, this dealing with a woman with fair hair. It's also about reciprocity, partnership, reciprocity. And whereas you might have been lacking something, now you are abundant, and you might I can't say it. You might give to others what you have been receiving yourself with these wishes come true. And maybe this wish is all about love, my dear group number 1. Maybe this starting over also with this Page of Swords, which is about astonishing news, being a keen observer and thinking fast, acting fast with the Page of Wands as well. So you might be stepping into a new love stage in your life. Who knows? You might have been manifesting this without even realizing. And the clarification of your manifestation is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is also all about material security and fruition and abundance. Again, with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's a corroboration. You will collect a bounty from your destiny this month, my dear group number one. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles, you have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is all about reflection and this discontent. But it's also about looking at what you have and realizing that you are being offered, you are being offered way more than you realize. So reflect not only about what you have, but what is being offered by the universe in order to be more reciprocous when it comes to others, in the sense that what you sow, you will collect. So if you are generous towards others, the universe will be generous towards you. And this is the kind of energy that I was grasping right now with these two cards. Concerning that eagerness that we saw at the beginning of the reading, the energy has suited down in that it's as if Spirit was like, okay, let's go. Just let him know. Just let him know that abundance is on their way, that love is on their way, that forgiveness is on their way, that joy is on their way, that everything is going to be fine. They just have to get into the correct mindset. That's it, my dear group number one. Spirit is saying, get in the correct mindset so that all this abundance may pour down on you as if it was a gentle waterfall, not something like blasting, but soothing and gentle and very gratifying to you as well. So, my dear group number one, excellent news for November. Bounty is on its way towards you. I wish you all the best in mending your heart and in collecting the fruits of your abundance. I hope you liked the reading. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up, share, comments, or subscribe. This is a great way for supporting me. And I wish you all the best, my dear group number one. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Tarot Illuminati and the beautiful clear quartz crystal. If you chose using your zodiac signs, then in this case, these are Virgo, Leo, Cancer, and Sagittarius. I'm just going to put your zodiac signs to the side so we can have more space for your cards. And without further ado, let's start by shuffling some oracle cards. If you are interested in any of the decks that I use, you may find the names of the decks that I use in the description box down below. Oops. For my dear group number 2, November predictions. November predictions. Now let's take some tea leaves. Oops, this one flew right. This one is moving. Oh my goodness. And this one. Okay. So let's see what you have, my dear pile number 2. You have butterfly with the keyword emerging. Take the leap of faith. Wow. Okay. You also have strength. You have the venom. And you have child. Young, innocent, youth, playful, beginner, playfulness. Okay. You have grow. All flowers must grow through dirt. And you also have hidden depths. With the following statement, you only see the surface. Look beyond. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at your oracle cards. You have wealth. You have vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. You have dog barking. Advice from a friend. And you have wall. Misunderstanding. So, my dear group number 2, something or someone, to be more precise, has been testing your patience. There was a lot that was hidden from you. Something that hurt you deeply. Something that might have released some childhood trauma, some inner child issues, and made you lose your playfulness and your light sense of being. But you are being urged to take a leap of faith, to trust your strength, to take advice from friends, and not to ignore the fact that is through thick and thin that people show their true colors, right? So you need to look deeper so that you don't feel betrayed, or so that there is no room for misunderstandings. And therefore your boundaries must be set straight, must be clarified. Saying to people, listen, I will go up to here, but no further.
And I will allow you to go up to here, but no further. So I think that in November, you will be setting these boundaries quite strongly, because that's a way to counterattack what has been feeling like poison, like venom in your life, and it is not agreeing with your energetic records, right? Because you don't relate to this. It makes you feel uncomfortable, and therefore you must put your walls up. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot and see what cards have installed for us. I've pre-shuffled the deck, but I always like to give it another shuffle. So please, for my dear group number 2, what's advice for November? For my dear group number 2. Well, the message that I'm getting is that help is already on the way. You just need to look at what people are surrounding you, who they are, and how they will be able to grant you help and grant you sound advice as well. And maybe this is through someone you already know, an old friend, or a friend from your childhood, or it might be even taking a leap of faith here, be a tarot reading. Yeah, it might even be. So for my dear group number 2, for November, dear group number 2, for November. Okay. Let's have a look at the first storyline. Okay, so we start off with the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. Just look at how the sun is rising. You have the Emperor. You have the Princess of Cups, or Page of Cups. So beautiful. You have the King of Wands. So many court cards. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. Talk about abundance. Okay, so what do we see here, my dear group number 2? So with the Princess of Pentacles, this is about love for learning, apprenticeship, hard work, but in a sense, because each deck represents a each card differently. This particular Princess of Pentacles is leading me to believe that there is a harmony. It is as if she was dancing through the poppies with her disc in her hand, her pentagram, and the ears here, dancing away through a new sunrise. So maybe this apprenticeship is about, once again, growing through dirt and leading your feet, your bare feet, to a new way, to a new path. Looking beyond as well. And talking about looking beyond, you have the Emperor. And the Emperor is a leader. He is ambition. This is masculine energy to its highest. Is someone who is in the main and someone who is very decisive as well. And it's followed by the Princess of Cups, which is all about nurturing and new relationships and dreamy situations. So be careful with the misunderstandings. Be careful with looking just to the surface. You need to look beyond. You need to look beyond. Take advice from friends before taking a decision. Be strong in the boundaries you set, and let go of any depressive or anxious feelings that you might have, because wealth is in your path. This Princess of Cups is followed by the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is about enterprising. It's about, again, being a leader, being assertive. It's definitely a fiery card, but it's a card of power. So again, my dear group number 2, your masculine energy is heightened this November. And with the Ten of Pentacles here, Ten of Pentacles is all about wealth, and you have the wealth card. It's all about family matters and wise investments. So from my perspective, you are being told that November is going to be a month where you should lay your foundations quite clearly, where you should set your boundaries quite clearly. You should apply your strength. Remember that, I always say this, but this always comes to mind. Venom is only venomous if you don't know how to ingest it, right? If you do know how to administrate it, then it becomes medicine. And what doesn't kill you actually makes you stronger. I know this might sound like a cliche, but this is what I'm listening, and the song keeps popping into my mind. So, yeah, my dear group number 2, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So hold on to yourself, take that leap of faith, show your strength, set your boundaries, take advice from friends, and you will see that wealth is on its way to you. And you will feel giddy as a child. Let's clarify the Princess of Pentacles. Clarifying the Princess of Pentacles for my group number 2, please. Clarifying Pentacles. Nope. It's this one. You have the Hierophants. Yeah, lots of authority here. The Emperor, the King of Wands, a Hierophant. Hierophant could also mean marriage for that matter. It's about tradition, getting back to basics, love for learning. Yeah, it's also about innocence here. with this child here, it really reminded me of returning to innocence. And again, another song is popping, The Return to Innocence by Enigma is coming up. Really interesting. Clarifying the Emperor, you have the Judgment card. Definitely an awakening. Definitely an awakening. It's also about a new phase in your life, isn't it? One that you will cherish more, and one that will be lighten up without these depression and anxiety feelings. Let's clarify the Princess of Cups, please. Okay. You have the Temperance card. Wow. So beautiful. So when it comes to your emotions, you are getting much more balanced, much more moderate. It's also a card of reconciliation. And it is a card of managing opposing forces. So whereas you might have these feelings that were hindering you, like depression and anxiety, or even fear, perhaps, with this Venom card here, I think that you are overcoming that. You are going deeper with these hidden depths. You are going deeper and you are balancing all of your feelings much, much better this November. Well done for you, my group number 2. Let's clarify the King of Wands. King of Wands. You have the Four of Wands. It's a very endearing card. Sometimes meaning a new commitment, a celebration, marriage perhaps. Okay. So finding someone who is your match made in heaven. Very interesting. But I do feel, my dear group number 2, that you are afraid to manifest this energy that may end up in a new relationship, a new commitment. And what Spirit is saying is that you have the strength and you need to take the leap of faith to discard these worries that someone is against you. By setting your walls up, by setting your boundaries, there will be no misunderstandings, because you will have the nurturing nature of communicating things in a very balanced way. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, please, my dear group number 2. Okay. So you have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it's just one after the other, isn't it? Lots of abundance. And you also have the Tower. Yep, definitely letting go of old and feeble foundations and getting out of a tough situation. You have learned the lesson with your Judgment here. Everything that does not suit you will vanish from your life, my dear pal number 2. This is very good news for November. So obstacles will be removed. As long as you set your boundaries, everything will be crumbling down. Everything that doesn't interest you will be falling down. Okay, it will be an abrupt change for you, but it's also a sudden enlightenment and also unexpected news. And seeing all of your cards, I mean, you just have like 3 minor arcana cards, because the rest of them are all court cards that are not major arcana, but there are all court cards. So in November, people will have a very important role in your month to set your boundaries, to be strong, to get rid of what is no longer suiting you, and allowing all this abundance and equilibrium into your life. So, my dear group 2, I think your November is going to be amazing. Even though it might be scary, it will suit a higher purpose. It will make you happy at the end. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of good luck for November. I will hope you liked the reading. If you did like it, give me a thumbs up, comment, share, or subscribe. And that's the way to support me here. And I wish you all the best, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Tarot of the Renaissance and also the beautiful Agate. And if you chose your pile through your zodiac signs, then in this case, these are Aries, Capricorn, Gemini, and Libra. Let me just put these to the side so we can have more space to read your cards. I'm going to put your tarot deck to the side as well. And let's start off with your oracle cards. Oh my god, these are too many. If you are curious as to what decks I use in my readings, then you will find a list in the description box down below. Remember that this is a collective reading, so you should take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's this one, okay. And we are focusing on November for my dear group number 3. Every pile got 2, so I'm taking one more. And let's get some tea leaves for you. Okay. Oops. 3 more. Okay. I'll just go with the flow. Okay, let's start. So, first up, you have the giraffe with the keywords, the bigger picture. Take a step back and gather your thoughts and feelings. Take a step back and gather your thoughts and feelings. Interesting. Okay. You have determination. Wow. You also have crossroads with the keywords choice, multiple, hesitation, decision, tolerance, separation. Well, if you are having a look at the bigger picture, then I think hesitation is out of the way and decision is in, particularly with determination here. But let's have a look at the rest of the cards. You have the Maiden, sweet energy. There's something sensuous, but in a very pure way about this card with all the pinks. It's as if you were blossoming into a new stage of your life. A brand new joyous energy, but with this sense of innocence. Okay. You have adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be. Well, with determination, I have no doubts about it. You also have generosity. Sow seeds of kindness. How beautiful. This is so in the maiden energy, right? Being generous, collecting what you sow. It's such a beautiful energy, but with such powerful determination here with the solar plexus and the giraffe looking at things from a higher perspective. Let's see your tea leaves. You have not unsuccessful plans. Okay. Okay. You have claw. Be careful not to take risks. Clear warning here from your tea leaves. Okay, what else? You have bear, danger, particularly in money matters. Whoa. You have scissors, disappointment in some affair. What is this group 3? Did I pick all the bad cards for you? You have camel, perseverance, persevere and you will overcome problems. Let's put that here next to the giraffe and the camel because it has a huge pyramid and it reminds me obviously of Egypt. You have ring, a marriage will take place either romantic or in business. And you have beetle, good fortune. How contrasting, my dear palm number 3. So for starters, I did have this notion that this pile might be in an energy where things are seen through pink sunglasses, right? And it is this pure, innocent energy that's coming through the maiden and with the generosity. And being the advice of the giraffe, take a look at the bigger picture and take a step back to give yourself, to gather your thoughts and feelings. It's just like, don't overreact. Don't react. Ponder yourself. Because that reaction with this determination might get you into a crossroads where you will have to make difficult decisions or you will have to separate from someone or, yeah, definitely. The warning cards here are quite vivid. So you are warned not to take risks, that there is danger, particularly in money matters, that there is some disappointment, and that there are unsuccessful plans. But the last two leaves are talking about a marriage taking place, either romantic or business-wise, and good fortune. So I tend to think that this is more related to business. But let's have a look at your tarot cards and let's clarify that. Just one more. I've shuffled this before, but I always like to shuffle it one more time. Now that I see the tendencies of the energies here, I would like to be clarified concerning all these dangers, if possible. Let's see what the tarot deck has in store for you, my dear group number 3 for November. Thank you. So we start off with the with the 3 of Swords. Talk about betrayal and hurting and sorrow. You have the 2 of Cups. Oops, that's too many. Only everything. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the 5 of Wands. You have the Justice card. So, my dear group number 3, let's have a first glance at the storyline. So you start off your reading with a 3 of Swords, which I may add is not a very positive card. I don't like to talk about cards in terms of positive and negative, but anyway, that's the way it is. 3 of Swords is about severance, about separation, about having a broken heart. See how the woman is suffering. Being the first card that came out, I now understand all the advice. I mean, it's as if the tea leaves couldn't shout it anymore. It's like, danger, danger, be careful, danger, you're going to hurt yourself. Detach yourself emotionally, detach your thoughts and feelings, gain your perspective, be careful, something is going to hurt you. And then it is followed by the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is all about falling in love, harmony. But in this case, this particular card, the ship has sailed. This ship has sailed. So I think that you might have had this notion of this perfect relationship, and you feel that you feel like the ship is leaving, and all that's left is the memory of these two cups floating, grasping for air. It is followed by the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is all about family happiness and achieved goals and fulfillment. But again, and this deck is very particular indeed, here you see a monk sharing a cup with a beggar. So sharing his bounty with a beggar. But why did he leave him outside? Why wouldn't he invite him in when there are so many cups to drink from? So again, I think that this abundance that is being portrayed here, this fulfillment is only one-sided, if I do make myself clear. It's as if something is preventing you from being fulfilled. Yeah, the maiden is unmarried, actually, now that I've realized that. The maiden is still unmarried. It's virgin energy. Her heart is still blossoming. Her love is still blossoming. Right. And my throat now is getting a bit crispy, so there might be some issues about communicating how you feel to your partner or to your former partner. There might have been some difficulty in explaining what your point of view was. Right, it is followed by the 5 of Wands. And 5 of Wands, it's all about competition, diversity, disagreements. And I think that disagreement is the keyword that fits this picture the best, because it's followed by the Justice cards. This justice is depicted almost as the Empress. So I'm led to believe that this justice is being served so that you might get abundance, because justice is all about truth and karma, right? So karma is being served from the severances that you have suffered previously. Gosh, my dear group number 3, I'm sorry if this is triggering for you, but I'm definitely not going to sugarcoat it. And with this generosity card here and the adapt card here, you will get yourself where you want to be. I think that you have made a large way of dealing with disappointments and betrayals. But still you have this generous soul to you. Still you are determined to cross the desert, seeing the bigger picture. But be careful, because there's trouble. Be careful, there are traps along the way. And that's where the decisions and the choices need to be wise, detached from thoughts and feelings, okay? Right, let's clarify the 3 of Swords for my dear group number 3. What's this one? You have the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is all about victory. Goals achieved. Great news. Look at how this man is celebrating. Walking by his own tune. Walking to his own tune. Like that story, the Pete Piper from Hamelin, where he enchanted everyone with his flute. Every mice, might I add. Yeah, mice, people who might be a bit tricky energy around you, my dear group number 3. Tricky energy, but you will have the discernment because the Justice card is here. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, it's about a proposal. Ring here. It's about a proposal. It's about being charming, being emotionally available. So where the two cups were left to float in an ocean of departures, I see you opening up in November to new possibilities, my dear group number 3. Congratulations. Okay, clarifying the Ten of Cups. Oops. Oh my God. Everything fell. Everything but the girl I just remembered. All right, everything fell. Everything but the girl. I'm not saying this in a gender-specific way, but with the maiden here, yeah, everything fell but the maiden. Right, you have the Two of Pentacles. Clarifying the Ten of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is about balancing things, weighing the pros and cons, weighing your options. Here it is with the crossroad, making decisions. Great. So you're making decisions concerning what fulfills you, what serves you, what doesn't. It's like a balancing act, isn't it? Let's clarify the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Oops. These are just falling out. You have the Four of Swords. Yeah. Right. Where there was competition, now there is a need to retreat, to meditate, to recover. Take a rest from the fight, from the conflict. Take a rest from spending all your energy in these worries, these sorrows, these hurt feelings that were left afloat as if in an ocean of dreams. That ship sailed away. Let's clarify the Justice cards. You have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is all about collecting the fruit of your labor. It's a mastery card. So it's about paying attention to the detail, being skillful, being mastering something. Maybe this art of balancing what you should accept or what you shouldn't. It's about sowing the seeds you plant as well. It's about meticulous work, and you are meticulously working on yourself, my dear group number 3. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. And this time that you need to take a break from the conflicts. In order for justice to be served, you need to be skillful in this balancing act and being opening to love. Can I just get 3 cards of advice for my dear pile number 3, please? 3 cards. Okay, this is 1. This is 2. And this is, oh my God, it's full. Okay, anyway, let's see. What's your advice? You have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, seeing your cup half empty when you should be seeing your cup half full. And it falls just under the issues from the past, definitely. You have the High Priestess. So unlocking new ways, new perspectives that you weren't seeing. Again, with the giraffe here, you are having a look at the bigger picture. What was hidden from you is now coming to light. You have the Page of Pentacles. With a new regained love for learning, being an apprentice again in life. And finally, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Being reliable, a good provider, and being well regulated. So, my dear group 3, I see that in November you are going to release some of these fears. You are going to make room to be more open to new ways of living, taking the rest when it suits you, being fierce when you have to, making sure that you take the karma served in a generous way and kind way. As the maiden, you will be facing a new phase of fortune and releasing these bad influences that dwelt in your life. Remember, you do have the determination cards and the camel card, which is perseverance, slow and steady will win you the race. So don't rush yourself, take time to ponder, accept that your cup might feel half empty, but it is actually half full. Gain new perspective over things and adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be. So, my dear group 3, I'm sending you so much love and healing. I wish you have a great November. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, share, comment, or subscribe to the channel. It's a very good way for supporting me. And I hope to see you soon in another video. Okay, goodbye.